Hello traders and welcome to the PL Capital Forex Report. I'm your host Paul. Today is Sunday, June 11th, and in this video I want to look at the Forex pairs of the Euro, the Pound, the CAD, and the Yen, plus the dollar index. So let's start. All right, we'll start off with the US dollar index. Looking at the 4-hour chart, and if I zoom out actually to a daily, it's still looking like this could be a running flat in here. It's starting in the makings of a running flat. And so with that, what we need to do then is we need five. So I got this as 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3, and then this looks like, it's very corrective up here. And so I think this will be 4. Now they might come and break this one more time, or the 4 could be in. But either way, I mean, it's not going to be much difference. But I would expect that they're come up and break this 104.69 level one more time for the 5th wave. And then you'll have, 1, 2, 3 waves down, and then you'll have 1, 2, 3 waves up. So you have your A, your B, and then it'll come crashing down here, break this 179 level, and that'll be C. So you have your A, B, C, and that'll just be the B wave, and then it'll come back up and then down. But first things first, what I want to see is that they come up and break 104.69, and then, but very shortly after, then they have to reverse. Because if they come up and take out 105.88, then this is a running flat, and there's something else in play here. So expecting a push up for the US dollar to take out their previous high here. All right, let's go on to the euro. Yeah, and for the euro, so the potential that the low is in, so the euro, I'm looking for a running flat the other way to go up. The potential is that the low is in, but it looks to me like, oops, up here. Now let me start over. You got, like a 1, 2, and then all the way down. I think this is 3. And the 4 could be in on Thursday. They looks like you got like a 3-wave move, so they could come up one more time, because when I look at the internals of this last wave, it almost looks like you might need one more wave to complete this this 3rd wave. But that could be 4, and then I would expect that they'll come and break this low one more time here. So the low is what, 106.35. So and that'll give you 5 waves, because then this will be the A wave. This was B, and for the C wave we need 5 waves. So I'd like to see them come and break this low one more time, and then that would complete this running flat. So this line will actually be like more over here, and I just think that would be absolutely perfect. So waiting for 10, somewhere down here, basically more like 10.62, somewhere in there, and then that'll be a great place to look for a buy setup to go and break this high. All right, the pound. Now the pound is, I was expecting a running flat in the pound too, but they are doing something a little different than the euro. So far, we just have, this 1, 2, 3, and they're creating a diagonal here. So that was 1, that was 2, that was 3, that was 4, and this is 5, and 5 might not be totally in, but somewhere up here is going to be 5, which means you're going to get some type of correction, and then still one more up. Now that could be then one of two things. So it could be because we need 5 waves. It could be that that will be 1, and then that'll be 2, and then they'll come down for 3, 4, and 5. And then, the running flat will be more like that. So that's still a possibility, but also, like I said last week, that they could be in this B wave, and they're just making a bigger B wave. So we had a 1, 2, 3 move here. It could be that that was like W, and then this 3 wave is going to be X, and then they'll come and actually break this one more time in 3 waves for like the Y, and then come down. So the pound's a little tricky to trade because we're right in the middle. Like, it's either going to go up one more time for the Y wave, or it's going to come down, all the way down to here in like a diagonal format. So right now, the only thing that I can say is that this is, definitely leading diagonal, which means I would expect correction and then at least one more up, and then at that point it could either reverse for 3, 4, and 5, or this could just keep coming up and break it and then reverse. So the pound, we don't know. You could play for short-term bounces. I'd wait for a pullback, and then you could look for a short trade. But then once it breaks that, after that correction, once it comes up and breaks the high, then you got to be careful. So pound's a little tricky for right now. We don't know exactly what pattern is in play. All right, CAD. Yeah, so this running contracting flat is playing out. So just zooming out to the daily. So it looks like I see 5 waves up, and it looks like they're just making a bigger correction here. So you did have like a 3-wave move down here, and then you had a 3-wave move up, and so now it's 1 contracting flat, 2. So they'll come and break not only this 133 level, but they're also going to come and break that level too, 132.25. So zooming back in, yeah, they'll come and break that low, and it looks like pretty soon that they're going to need a correction, because you just have a ton of divergence on MACD and RSI on both 2-hour and 4-hour. So there's going to be a pullback, but eventually they'll be breaking both of these lows, and then at that point we'll have to wait and see. But that could be all the correction, because this could be W, X, and then Y, and then they're going to come up and take out that high, or this could be a 3, 3, 5, and we're just in the beginnings of the C wave, because then that could be 1, that'll be 2, and then they'll come down strong for 3, 4, and 5. So we don't know, but high probability that definitely both of these lows get taken out, and then especially this last one, 132, when that gets taken out, it's at that point that if you are selling the USCAD, that you got to be mindful that this correction could be over at that point and could be reversing up. All right, and the yen. All right, so the yen, when we look at the bigger picture, had this strong move down, and now you need a correction. And so I see 1, 2, and then we completed this 1 running flat for 2. Come on, that's over there. 2, and then there was 3, 4, and 5. So I see a 1, 2, 3 correction, and the only question now is that all the correction? So far, this is not looking very impulsive to the downside. I was expecting like this could be all the correction, and now the yen comes down here. But so far we just have this leading diagonal coming down, and there is like a three-way move up to here, but then this does not look like it's ready to go down. It's getting very choppy. So it almost looks like, they came down here, might come up one more time, and then come down and take out this 138.42 low one more time. And then we got to see, because they could be creating a more complex correction. So, this all be 1, 2, 3, and that'll just be like a W, right? And then you'll get like a three-wave move down to here for an X, and then still come up one more time for a Y, and then possibly coming down. So right now we don't have confirmation that the top is in. Want to see what happens when they come and break this low, this 138.42. What happens then? Because they might just come down into this area, and that's going to be your X, and then they're going to reverse. Now, it's possible, that they're just taking a slow time to come down. Like I said, you got this leading diagonal, so that could be 1, then they're come up here for 2, and then you're going to get a strong sell-off. So maybe this week, you got FOMC, and that's the catalyst, so that maybe they'll inch their way up on Monday and Tuesday, and then Wednesday you find yourself and you're down here, and then that looks like that's the start of the downside is definitely. And so definitely this week, all answers on all pairs are going to get answered with FOMC coming out. That'll move the markets one way or the other very strongly. So I think a lot of the patterns will be finishing this week, and possibly then get the reversals going. All right, that's what I see on the Forex pairs. Hope that helps. Good luck to you. Be careful this week. See you in the next video.